Hello everyone, I'm Paul and today we're solving problem 3335, total characters in string after transformations 1. This is a medium problem and this might seem tricky if you have never seen this one before. So here I will show you the intuition, approach and solution. We're given a string S and we need to perform T transformations in that string, and in each transformation, if the character in the string is a Z, we are replacing that with a B. Otherwise, we are replacing every character with the next character in the alphabet. So for example, we are transforming A into B, B into C, and so on. And we need to return the length of the resulting string after T transformations. Let's say this is the string and T equals 2. Now let's see what happens in the first transformation when T equals 1. The A is now a B, the B is now a C, the C is now a D, Y is now Z, this one is also a Z, and that's it. Now let's see what happens when T equals 2. B is now C, C is now D, D is now E, Z is now a B, and Z is now a B. So when T equals 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters, so the result is 7. Now let's see how can we solve this. This is the original string, and first we want to create a map, but we are building this in the form of an array. Each index in the array will represent a character. So for example, index 0 will represent an A, index 1 will represent a B, and so on. And to do this, we are taking the code for each character and we are subtracting the code for lowercase a, which is 97, and that's how we can fill this array. So for example, we can know where to put this C by taking the code for C, which is 99, and subtracting the code for lowercase a. So 99 minus 97 is 2. This means we are putting a count of 1 in index 2. This is the first time we see the C. Now the C is at index 2, so we put a 1 here. So let's build this. First we have an A, and 97 minus 97 is 0, so this frequency array at index 0 is now 1. Next we have a B, and 98 minus 97 is 1, so this array at index 1, which is a B, is now 1. Next we have a C, and as we said before, 99 minus 97 is 2, so this array at index 2 is now 1. Now remember, this array will have all 26 characters for English lowercase letters. So next we have a Y, and 121 minus 97 is 24. So in this array at position 24, we are putting a 1. Next we have another Y, and now this array at position 24 is 2. So for example, the next index in this array will be for a Z, and we don't have any in this string, so this is 0, and this is where this frequency array ends. And just to be clear, I'm putting the indices up here. Now this is our frequency array, and for every T we want to do a simulation. We will take the count for every index. So for example, here the count for A is 1. We are taking that count and moving that to the index in the right. So now B is 1. And we are taking this and moving this one step to the right. And we are also taking this and moving this one step to the right. And we will do the same with this entire array, And for the last index, so with C, we are taking this count, we are moving this all the way to the index 0, and we are adding this to the count for index 1, because remember, C transforms into A, B. So this would be the map after T1. Here we have 1B, 1C, 1D, and 2C. And this would be the map for T2. We have 2 A's, 2 B's, 1C, 1D, and 1E. So here you can see clearly how we moved each one of these one step to the right, and we moved the final count to index 0, and we added to this index the final count. So this is the final frequency array, and now all we have to do is to sum the counts in this array. So 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7, so the result is 7. This is the entire approach for this problem. Time complexity will be big O of n plus t, and space complexity will be big O of 1. So now we will go with the code, and hopefully you will get the idea. First, we want to put our mod value into a variable, so mod equals 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. Result is initially 0, and the frequency map is an array with 0 times 26. And for every character in the string, map at the ASCII code for the character. In Python we can do it like this: ord C minus ord A plus equal 1. And now for every transformation in range transformations, we'll create a temporary frequency array, TMP equals 0 times 26, and we want to iterate every character. So for I in range 26, if we are at the last index, so if I equals 25, temporary at 0 plus equal map at 25, this is t, and similarly temporary at 1 plus equal map at 25. Else, if we are in any other index, temporary at I plus 1 plus equal map at I. Okay, and finally we need to update the map, so map equals temporary. And finally we return the sum of the map modded by mod. This is the entire code, and now we'll submit this and see if it works. And as you can see, this works. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.